What ho, chaps, how the devil? I promised I was going to record something, so here I am. My dulcet northern twang doesn't sound any more civilised, but at least the sound quality is marginally better. You know, The Guardian does so many awful stories, genuinely awful, far left propaganda of the BBC variety, that I almost thought of making some sort of regular Guardian piece, a bit like the BBC Spews, formerly known as the shite you see on the BBC. But I couldn't think of anything that rhymes, and I feel like you should always have a rhyme in the title. I mean, seriously, what rhymes with Guardian? The only thing I could think of was, grab your pink cardigan, let's read The Guardian. But that was a stretch, that, isn't it? Cardigan doesn't really rhyme with Guardian. Anyway, not a bad title, right? If I really had to do something about The Guardian regularly, I think that's what I'd use. I leave it to you, my marvellous subscribers, to come up with something more witty. Anyway, let's get into this one because it's hilarious. The Cockney poison dwarf, Sadiq Khant, yeah, and he definitely can't. He can't run a piss up in a brewery, let alone run one of the biggest trading hubs in the world, London. He's got some competition this year from Sean Bailey. No, he's not the bloke out the Lighthouse family. I know a lot of you guys were going to say that, but no, it's not him. I think they've learned that identity politics works, doesn't it? Because, I mean, this woman right here has, without any shadow of a doubt, the worst record in Parliament. She is never out of the news, whether it's for wearing back-to-front shoes, like something that a 4-year-old could get right, doing maths incorrectly, even though an 8-year-old could do it, and just generally looking like 300 pounds of chewed bubbly. This honking bit of kit is one of the thickest people that has ever served in the Houses of Parliament. And look at her majority. Look at that. Look at that. Unless she's got 40,000 children, yeah, unless she multiplies like a gremlin in the swimming baths, I don't understand how she got that majority. It baffles me. It has to be identity politics. People just think, just like stupid northerners who vote Labour go, well, he's like me, him. He says he's working class and he's northern. I'm not voting for that posh fella in a suit, even though he actually knows how to run things, and the man I'm voting for is a fucking cyclops with Velcro shoes. No. I'm going to go for her because she reminds me of me. That's clearly what the case is. So it's nice to see the Tories have fucking learnt a lesson from this, because there is absolutely no way she's got elected on merit. No way on God's green earth has a sausage-fingered illiterate managed to win with 33,000 majority when I wouldn't trust her to operate an Etch-a-Sketch. It beggars belief. So well done, Tories. Well done. Sean Bailey, yeah, clearly London is now the most diverse place in fucking Europe, so we need a nice diverse Tory candidate to run against them. Sean Bailey seems to be based. Based Bailey knows the crack. Let's look at what he said. The Conservative candidate for London Mayor, Sean Bailey, has been criticised for arguing people paid a universal basic income would blow the money on lots of drugs. Based Bailey dropping some truth bombs that the general public aren't ready for. Let me ask you all a question, listeners. Who here who is a normal working class person who hasn't been brought up by bourgeois lefty Green Party politicians with Oxbridge educations? Who here hasn't walked through a council estate, seen how many cans of lager they put out with the recycling and gone, fuck me, I wish I was on the dole in a council house? Like, seriously, if you don't think people who have no job to go to and yet they're getting free money, if you don't think they're not going to spend it on ganja, booze, scratch cards and microchips, you're almost as daft as the aforementioned Ms. Abbott, right? And a barn pot son who apparently has a penchant for flinging shit at police officers. Right, you're as daft as the pair of them. If you could glue them together, a Siamese hybrid of two of the densest humans to walk the streets of Great Britain, you're as daft as it, the creature from the pit. The clueless fuckwit Liberal Democrats and the couldn't run a fucking bath Green Party have been pushing for a trial of the UBI scheme, even though trials have been run all over the shop and not a single one of them has resulted in anything other than a, what's a polite term for it? Clusterfuck. Clusterfuck. The state grants all citizens a set sum of money. Listen to me. Just as I talked about yesterday, if you want to just give people free money, that money has to come from somewhere. We don't miracle it out of our arseholes. You can't pull wedges of 50s from Rishi Sunak's ring piece. It doesn't happen. And people like me, who have worked out my entire life and have never once had a penny in dole money, if you start massively taxing the shit out of me to give people money for sitting on their own, even if it's quite a lot less than what I make for going to work, I'm going to join them. I'm going to join them, because I'll cut my nose off to spite my face. Working class people, the backbone of Britain, we are stubborn because we are streetwise. We might not have been Oxbridge educated like Owen fucking Jones and Ash Sarkar and all of the other bourgeois middle class communists, but we are streetwise. We live and breathe the streets. We're brought up in council estates. We see how those people live. And when you're streetwise, you don't like people pissing in your face and telling you it's raining. I will not do it. If you will make me go to work for 40 hours a week for only a fraction more than wee Bobby McShitcunt who lives in a sink estate in Glasgow, in Las Vegas, and does nothing but neck buckfast and smoke Super Kings, fuck you, I'm getting in on the fucking party. Now me being a sensible, hard-working chap, I'll limit myself to getting pissed once a week and I'll go to the gym a lot and I'll eat healthy and I'll eat clean and I'll take care of myself and I'll fucking probably have money left over. I won't spend what I get because I'm not an idiotic bourgeois communist who needs a lot of money. I don't have expensive taste. I don't buy jewellery and designer clothes and cars that bounce up and down at the traffic lights. That's why the people say they've got no money, because they're shit with it. Because when you don't earn your money, you fucking fling it around like it's confetti. Bailey said we need to take human condition into account, and he said, truth bomb, I've been a youth worker for over 20 years. I know some people would absolutely fly if you gave them a lump sum to deal with every week. I know some people would buy lots of drugs. Where is the care in this? Where is the care for the person? How do you get past just university giving people money? How indeed, Sean, you based bugger? How? If it's like a green beret, ladies and gentlemen, if you did not earn it, you will not value it. If we throw money at these people, we will ruin their lives. We will turn them into a big, saggy, baggy mess, crippled by addictions, scratching scratch cards like they're going out of fashion, and achieving nothing. You will shorten their lives and make them fat, depressed and miserable. Well done, communist. Well done. Bailey also questioned whether it would drive up the prices for basic goods, because Bailey's not a fucking lunatic. Also in the hearing was Simon Duffy, the founder of the Centre for Welfare Reform, who told it was an extraordinary claim. He said, I'm sure the people spending most of the money are not the poor. They're the well-off. It's your city traders and their cocaine habits. Who's Simon Duffy? Oh, look. He's a deranged communist. We need to build a global movement for equality and citizenship for all. What fucking one giant shit country is it going to be, Simon? Is it? What do you think, the third world's going to run out of people? Sorry, I know Middlesbrough carries the can for the UK, so all of you middle class wankers can live far, far away from all the people that you import. But trust me, global movements for equality and citizenship, that's peak communism, Simon. I mean, that's the maddest thing I've ever heard. Do you think there's going to be anybody left in Syria or Iran if we just have a global passport? You absolute fuck-knuckle. My God. The Labour MP Wes Streeting said Bailey's comments had shown his utter contempt for hard-pressed families. No, he's defending the hard-pressed families. He's looking out for us. Wes Streeting has shown his utter contempt for common sense. Wesley, get a proper job. Stack a hod full of bricks and carry it up a ladder in the rain for a few months and see if you want to fucking graft your tits off week in, week out to throw money at scruffy bastards. The sick, lame and lazy. What a lunatic. MPs are another one who don't value the money because they don't bastard earn it either. The comments are latest in a series of controversial remarks by the Tory candidate. Only controversial if You think up is down and left is right, like a Guardian reader. Only then. Labour has called for the Crown Prosecution Service to investigate his publication of leaflets. Oh my God, what are you going to do? Prosecute him for being honest? How very Labour. Bailey's trailing in the polls because London is jam-packed with freeloaders, spongers, wasters and communists and retards. So yeah, of course he's trailing in the polls. Of course he is. Bailey's spokesman said instead of scoring political points, Shaw Bailey is focused on building a city where every resident in every community can thrive, and he's using his 2 decades of experience to deliver a fresh start for London. Well, Sean, you have my full support, my friend. Sean, Base Bailey, you have my full support. But you know what? We all know he's got no chance, because Tony Blair imported hundreds of thousands. All of the world's arseholes moved to London. That's globalism. I told you, when I was in Iraq, they emptied the prisons. You can't even blame them, can you? I'm not having to go at the Iraqis. I'm having to go at Tony Blair. Because if I was the Iraqi Prime Minister and some globalist shitwit like Tony Blair said, hey, we'll take 50,000 random Iraqis, you're damn straight I'd empty the jails. I'd send in pedos, rapists, nonsense. You're not going to empty the fucking surgeons out of the hospitals and send them all over, eh? You want to keep your middle class. All of the educated professionals stayed there. And the absolute debris was shoveled onto buses and sent straight to London. So Base Bailey has got no chance, but that story made me piss myself laughing anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like and share the video. You know YouTube aren't going to do it. My days are numbered. Facts and logic are not kosher anymore. Please consider having a look at my Subscribestar account if you can be arsed. I am going to set up a Discord one of these days when I've got a weekend off. We'll get a private Discord up and I'll do that once or twice a week. I'll have an artwork giveaway every now and then and a topless hand shandy. Not really. No, nobody is getting a topless hand shandy. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all very soon. Cheers.